O'Brien's on the pitch here for the St. Louis Cardinals in the ninth inning, and this game is tied at 1. And we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Expos Baseball Network.
Start your day with a smile. The Joe Cannon Show. The information you want and the music you like. The Joe Cannon Show, weekday mornings on CFCF Radio 60.
Well, several changes now for the Cardinals. Mike Phillips is at short, and Tony Scott is in left, and the new pitcher, Dan O'Brien. Gary Carter 0 for 2 with a walk. Gets a fly ball to right. Lentine back. Under it. He's got it. Carter's out. One down in the Expos ninth. One run on 7 hits for the Expos, a run on 5 hits for the Cardinals. Chris Spire steps in. He's 2 for 3. O'Brien, a right-hander. In his 7th game, 0-1 record, 4.08 ERA in 17 2/3 innings pitched. A called strike on Chris. And Stan Happy is on deck. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Spire. That's low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Cardinals outfield giving Spire a lot of room in left center. The pitch. Slow curve inside. Ball 2. Spire stepping out. The count is 2 balls and a strike. O'Brien is set, so is Chris. A 2-1 pitch, and that's low, and it's ball 3.
Home run hit in Houston today, Dave, by Cesar Cedeno, the 7th of the year.
Pitch is up high to Spire. The Expos have the go-ahead run on base. A walk to Spire. First walk given up by O'Brien. They had activated Cedeno just for this final series of the season.
He had knee surgery, and he hit a home run. Looks like he might be okay.
Stan Pappy, the batter, twice has hit into double plays. His last time up against Dressler, he struck out. Vukovich started for the Cardinals. 1-6, Dressler 2, now O'Brien. Grimsley all the way for the Expos so far. Pitch is low to Stan. Ball 1. And going to the mound is Swisher to talk to O'Brien. So Pappy's got a chance to atone for his at-bats here, which taking the Expos out of possible scoring situations. A leadoff single by Spire in the second, and Pappy followed that hitting into a double play. And after the Expos scored in the 4th, looked like they might do some more against Vukovich, and Pappy hit into a inning-ending double play, and then struck out leading off the 7th. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Stan. That's inside. Ball 2. 2-0. And Ross Grimsley is on deck. O'Brien taking a long look. Now he's checking Spire. The pitch, and a swing and a miss on a curveball. 2 balls, 1 strike. The Cardinal infield at double play depth. Game tied here in the 9th. O'Brien ready. The 2-1 pitch on its way. Pappy swings. Ground ball right side. Tyson goes to second for 1. No throw to first. And safe at second. Phillips came off the bag. Called safe at second by Joe West as Phillips came off the bag as Tyson's throw pulled into the infield side.
Well, that's a break for the Expos. Grimsley coming up now, and a good chance he'll be asked to bunt here. Move those runners along. Ross staying in the ball game now. That was an error by the second baseman on the throw. No, it's an E6.
They charged Phillips. They charged Phillips with the error.
How about that?
Well, that's the way. What did he say? Did he just change it?
Sound like he just changed it to
the second base. He might have changed it to E4, but
it's an error anyway.
Good to hear. At any rate, Pappy's on the fielder's choice. Spire reaching second on the error. And now a chance for Ross Grimsley to do something here in his own behalf. Though he hasn't done enough today, huh?
Don't drive in your own, Ross.
Here's the pitch. Slap swing and fouled it back out of play to the left. He sure did try.
He tried to slap one to left. Great.
Dave Cash on deck. Spire at second base, Pappy at first base. Cardinals play in at first and third. They're not too sure what Ross might do now, but they're still expecting the bunt. O'Brien delivers. Ross squares, takes it low and away. Ball one. The stretch and the 1-1. Ross swings, line drive, base hit out into left center. Up with the ball is Mumphrey. Being held at third is Spire. The throw right on the target to the plate, and the bases are loaded. Ross Grimsley with a base hit to left center. How about that?
That's clutch for you right there. Now a little more clutch by Dave Cash, right?
Right. One out. The base is loaded. Ross Grimsley at first base. He doesn't want the warm-up jacket. At second base, Stan Pappy. Chris Spire at third base. And Dave Cash coming up. Cash is 0 for 4 this afternoon. And he's got a chance to put the Expos ahead. And then some.
They're playing back for two at short and second.
Right. Dave steps in, and O'Brien is ready to work from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Cash takes a curve and a strike. The runners lead. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Cash. Low and outside. That's a ball. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Dave looking at Ozzie Virgil. Virgil looking at Dick Williams in the dugout. 1-1, O'Brien getting ready to work. Here's the pitch. Cash swing. That'll do it. Ball right field. That is going to be past the right fielder. Lentine and go to the wall. Here comes Spire home to score. Here comes Pappy home to score. Ross Grimsley held at third base, and the Expos get two on a double by Cash to right center. 3-1 Expos.
And Grimsley hesitated at second base, or he'd have scored two, but he wasn't sure what to do. Finally, he picked up Ozzie Virgil and kept going, but Ross at third base, Cash at second, and Ross is 3 outs away from his 20th win.
Boy, some clutch hitting here, and that error is really big, isn't it, Duke?
Boy, that error just opened the gate.
Del Unser, the batter, with Ross at third base, and Davey at second with a double and a couple of runs batted in. And they are going to walk Del Unser and pitch to Andre Dawson. Unser getting an intentional walk. There's ball 2. So Andre Dawson will have a chance to atone for his mistake earlier in the game. Still only 1 out, and Dell getting an intentional walk. 1 more pitch. And he'll be on. There he is. A walk to Del Unser. Cash at second, Grimsley at third. 3-1 Expos in the 9th inning, and Andre Dawson the batter. He's 1 for 4. And Kenny Boyer going out to the mound, and I think he's going to make the change right here. He is. Cardinals will make a pitching change, and Pepe Frias will go in to run for Dave Cash. And we'll be back. We've got a break in the action here. We'll be back in 1 minute on the Expos Baseball Network.
Expos with a couple of defensive changes. Both these men came into the game as pinch runners. Pepe Frias now at second base in place of Dave Cash. Tommy Hutton at first base in place of Tony Perez, who went 5 for 5 today. So the Expos can wrap this one up and win this final game of the season, even the season series against the Cardinals, and Grimsley could win his 20th. Here's Dave.
Okay, dude. The first pitch to Lentine is down low, ball 1. Lentine 0 for 3. Swings and drives the ball foul to the Expos bullpen. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 4 Montreal runs in the top of the ninth, 3 were unearned. Here's a 1-1 pitch to Lentine, and a ground ball to Spire. Chris gathers it in. The throw on to first base, fully out. 1 away. Ross Grimsley now 2 outs away from his 20th victory of the season on this, the final day of 1978 for the Expos. And Ross, for the first time in his career, will become a 20-game winner, and the Expos will have their first ever 20-game winner. 1 out, none on. Mumphrey up, batting right. He is 1 for 3. Swings on the rainbow and fouls it at the plate. Strike 1. Expos with 10 hits to the Cardinals 5. 5-1 Montreal. Ross delivers the rainbow. It's Mudd at third base side. Picked up by Pappy. Throw to first. Out at first base, and a good play by Pappy as he had to charge the bunt by Mumphrey. 2 down. Hutton, of course, at first. Frias at second. Tony Perez finishing up the season with a .290 batting average, having gone 5 for 5 today. And Warren Cromartie, by the way, is going to finish at .297. 2 down, nobody on. Biggest out of the year for Ross Grimsley right here. The pitch. Called strike on Freed. He has struck out, flied to center, and fouled out. The windup in the 0-1, in tight, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1, and that's low. 2 balls and a strike. Ross rocks twice, delivers, and a pop foul back out of play to our left. 2-2. Ross Grimsley has not walked a batter this afternoon. The wind up in the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The ball game is over. He struck him out. Ross Grimsley with his 20th victory on the final day of the 78 season. Everybody out onto the field to shake his hand. The big left-hander has done it in dramatic fashion here this afternoon, beating the Cardinals 5-1 and becoming the club's first 20-game winner. We'll have the totals in just a minute.
At Park Avenue, we have a place for everything, and a special place for our team of specialists right up front. Our 3 departments are devoted to the sale and maintenance of Chevrolet, Oldsmobile, and Cadillac cars, trucks, and car rentals of all makes. And in each department, you will be dealing personally with a team of specialists who regularly attend intensive GM courses. At Park Avenue, we value your trust above everything. That's why nobody walks away from Park Avenue.
Park Avenue Chevrolet, 5000 Jean-Talon East.
At Busch Stadium in St. Louis this afternoon, the Expos have beaten the Cardinals 5-1. Ross Grimsley over Dan O'Brien. Here are the totals. For the Expos, 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors, and 9 left. The Cardinals, 1 run, 5 hits, 2 errors, and 3 left. The winning pitcher, Ross Grimsley, and his record 20-11. The losing pitcher, Dan O'Brien, his record is 0-2. The Expos with 9 left, and the Cardinals with 3 left. A 5-1 win for the Expos over the Cardinals. Playing time of the game was 1 hour and 59 minutes. 6,182 the paid attendance. The Expos finished the year with the Cardinals 9-9. The Expos finished play in 1978 with a 76-86 record. In this ball game, a dramatic performance by Tony Perez. 5 for 5, 2 runs batted in, had 4 singles and a double, and he'll finish up with a .290 batting average and the club RBI lead. So Tony Perez, while he failed to drive in 90 or more, which has been habit with Tony for all these years now, still leads the club at RBIs with 78 and a 5-for-5 afternoon to bat .290. It's a terrific performance by Tony. Big error by the Cardinals in the ninth inning, and then the Expos capitalized on that. Ross Grimsley with a big base hit in the ninth, scored a run himself as he and Davey Cash. Cash had the biggest hit of the game, that two-run double in the ninth inning. And he and Cash scored on the Perez base hit after Cash had driven in Spire and Pappy with runs number 2 and 3 to break the 1-1 tie. So it all happened in the ninth inning, but for Ross Grimsley, he came very close to pitching a shutout today. The one run that the Cardinals scored in the fifth inning was tainted. Swisher hit a fly ball to center field as Andre Dawson backed up and got under the ball. He slipped and fell, and the ball went behind him for a triple, and then Swisher scored on Tyson's sacrifice fly. That was the only Cardinal run this afternoon against Ross, who is a 20-game winner. 5-1 for the Expos, and we'll be back in 1 minute on the Expos Baseball Network. Well, the Expos with a big win, 5-1 over the St. Louis Cardinals. We had hoped to talk to Ross Grimsley, needless to say, today, but Ross has not made it out to the dugout and will not be able to make it out. A lot of the players have got some very hairy travel arrangements to try to make, and flight connections and so forth, so it's understandable that Ross could not come back out and talk with us. At any rate, the Expos have their first 20-game winner, and it was a heck of a ball game to wind up the 1978 season with that excitement centered on Ross's bid for number 20. And like a true tough competitor that he is, why he came through when all of the marbles were there. Why Ross came up with a terrific pitching performance, and there was some punch hitting, and I think it's rather appropriate to take a look at the people, Duke, who did the number in that ninth inning, and it's the veteran ball players, the players who have been able throughout their careers to do something when the ball game is out there on the table for grabs, and you see Tony Perez and Dave Cash right in the middle of those things happening.
Well, sometimes the veteran player is a little more at ease in a clutch situation like that, and it appears that Perez always thrives on the big game. Today, a big game for his buddy Ross Grimsley, and he did come through. Dave Cash trying to hit a fly ball, and he hit it over the right fielder's head for that double and the drive-in, too. So a big inning for the ball club. The air opened it up for them, and it was one of those plays where it looked like they might get 2, but a bad throw. And